Marlene Dumas is perhaps the greatest living female painter today. One of the unique aspects of this exhibition, and the reason why she was so excited about showing at the Museum of Cycladic Art, was the dialogue that she could have with the antiquities, in part because she's looked at antiquities as models for many of her works. In Marlene's work, the body takes precedence. The Cycladic figures that she was inspired by for at least one of the paintings here, and the other historical antiquities that she has painted over the years comes to create an interesting dialogue when you walk through the exhibition. 50 Plus is a very small portrait of a head of a sculpture from the 2nd century of a drunken woman going to a Dionysian festival. Her head thrown back in either joy, ecstasy, anger, rage, we're not sure what the emotion is. Marlene identified with this character and made this portrait over a series of 8 years. The thing that she found interesting about showing that work and many of her works in conjunction with the Cycladic figurines was the relationship to the body. Partially, the abstracted forms of the Cycladic figures verge between complete geometric abstraction and the bare minimum suggestion of a figure, of a body. And that happens in her work as well. In some of her paintings, like 50 Plus, the body starts to fall apart. If you look carefully at that painting, it's almost as if it's a double exposure of a photograph, where there's almost motion created by the very expressive quality of the way she uses the paint on the canvas. And there is another work called Cycladic Blues, the painting for the exhibition title. That is a painting of the face of a Cycladic figure, which she very simply, with wet, liquidy paint, put 2 fingers to make eyes and made a frown with her finger like this. It's the Cycladic Blues. We could talk about why she did that. I'm not quite sure, but I can interpret and think about the muteness of the sculptures themselves, the lack of knowledge we have about the people who created them. There's a sense of not being able to connect in a very direct way other than a formal kind of relationship. And that formal relationship is how she ended up choosing the works that were offered to her by the scholars here at the museum as a possibility to show alongside her paintings.